Light. Without it, everything is black. Studio lighting is a key component of professional productions. It is helpful to have a clear understanding of the key concepts. Before we fully dive into it, let's take a look at the light sources we find in our studio. Starting with the oldest in the game, tungsten. It provides strong light, reaches hot working temperatures, and is commonly used in lights with focused beams such as spotlights. Beware of the change in color temperature during dim. LED, the most modern light source, comes in all shapes and can offer variable color temperatures and outputs. On top of that, they are portable and power efficient without getting too hot. Last but not least, fluorescent lights. Mostly used in area lights with tubes and known for providing soft light at daylight color temperature. To describe the emitted light of any light source, we distinguish between three key properties. Light output of a light source is measured in lumen. The actual light on the scene depends on more things, like for example the kind of light housing which is used. Color temperature, measured in Kelvin, describes the color of the light. Counterintuitively, higher temperatures appear cooler, while lower temperatures appear warmer. Color rendering index describes how artificial light illuminates objects to show their true color, in reference to the sun's light. Values below 80 imply poor color representation, and the studio standard is at 90 upwards. Even more important than the light you use is how you use it. Let's start with the direction, using a single light. Other than frontal light fully illuminating the model, side light allows more shadows and creates a dramatic effect. Backlight is used for separation of fore and background and to emphasize shapes. Quality of light is important. Yes. It's whether the light on the subject is hard or soft, and depends on two things: the size and the distance to the subject. A small light casts a very defined shadow, while a bigger light at the same distance is less pointed with gradual shadows. If we light a diffuser with a small light, the diffuser becomes the new bigger light source, and we can still achieve soft lighting. Size is relative, so the closer the light, the softer the lighting. Enough theory, time to look at some studio gear and what we can do with it. This spotlight provides strong and focused light. In this scene we utilize it to imitate the sun's light, as it shines through a window blind. Let's break it down. Stop. Tungsten lights reach high working temperatures and should not be operated without the use of gloves. To tilt, loosen the wing knob on the right, tilt the light, and fasten once it's in position. To pan, loosen the lever on top of the light. Use both hands to turn it around its axis without damaging the pantograph. Don't forget to fasten it. The light beam angle can be changed using the focus on the back of the light. Counterclockwise for defocus, clockwise for focus. One-sided limits to the beam can be achieved with the so-called barn doors. By the way, gloves. Gels can be attached to the barn doors to diffuse the light or change its color temperature. Beware of the heat. With pole-operable lights on pantographs, make sure to stand right underneath to prevent damage when adjusting. Use the pole to push straight up. Loosen the pole operation curve by turning counterclockwise. Once loose, carefully pull or push into position. To fasten, do not apply force. To move the rail, repeat the previous steps, but now using the white knob. The flat panel provides soft and constant light. Hence it's good for uniformly illuminating a background. We use soft light with little to no shadows to achieve a neutral but clean look. Mounted up on the rails, output can be regulated via the control console and right on the light, which should be checked before console-controlled operation. There are 4 different intensity levels, which can be selected by rotating the red knob. The blue knob on the left of the light is used to pan. The rotation of the knob corresponds to the light span. To tilt, use the white knob accordingly. To change the position on the rail, loosen the yellow knob by turning counterclockwise. Adjust, and when fastening, avoid using force. To begin, connect the power cable to the lighting control console and turn on the switch. Connect the DMX cable. Make sure to select the channel according to the number indicated on the board below the light and increase the level by pushing up the fader. The master fader on the very right of the board can be used to control all channels simultaneously. The output switch right above should be set to on and not to freeze or blackout. The Kino Flo 2 feet 4 bank is a power-efficient light containing 4 2 feet long fluorescent tubes. It provides soft light at medium output but offers variable color temperatures throughout different brightness levels. Its portability allows for fast build-up productions such as interviews. To get started, place the Kino Flo on the tripod and fasten the knob. Open the barn doors. With the swivel head, it is possible to pan, tilt or roll into any position. Connect the power cable to the Kino Flo. Make sure to use the correct end. Now connect the other side to the preamp, called ballast. Kino Flo can run at 4 different modes of brightness. On switch on, we can decide between half power using only 2 tubes or full power using all 4 tubes. Furthermore, we can choose between standard output and high output. While an ambient light is not a standard in studio lighting, it can be used for effect and creation of atmosphere. This is the sound mode. This ambient light has 4 different modes: color, fading, aleatory and sound. In color mode, indicated by the letter C, red, green and blue can be selected additively. The submenu consists of the selected color channel displayed in the first digit, and the next 2 digits describe the brightness value. To navigate to the next option, press Enter, and to change the value, use the up or down button. The other options work in the same principle, with response sensitivity adjustment of the sound mode, fading speed adjustment of the flash mode, or randomness in aleatory. The Velvet is a versatile and robust LED light. It provides soft light of medium output but offers variable color temperatures throughout different brightness levels. To start, mount the Velvet on the tripod and tighten the lever. The on switch sits on the bottom left of the backside. Light output ranges from 0 to 100, and the color temperature from 2.7 to 6.5, meaning 2700 Kelvin and 6500 Kelvin. The Dedolight with projection attachment provides a focusable light at a narrow light beam angle. This could be used to set highlights or spot small areas. Without the attachment to the Dedolight, it is a portable spotlight. Put the Dedolight on the tripod and fasten the knob. Afterwards, you can turn it on using the switch at the cable. Once turned on, there are two different ways to focus. Either focus with the inner lenses by turning the left side knob, or use the projector mount focus. To do so, loosen the knob and pull out the projector mount. Don't forget to fasten again. The Dedolight softbox is a different light which provides a softer light than the normal Dedolight. To get started, connect the cable. You can switch between three different modes: variable light output with varying color temperature, 3200 Kelvin or 3400 Kelvin, both at a fixed output. The Arrilite is a robust spotlight which provides hard but focusable light at medium intensity. Here, two Arrilites are used in combination with a diffuser used as a bouncer to create a soft light. Put the Arrilite on the tripod and fasten once pan rotation is in place. To tilt, loosen the levers on both sides of the light, tilt as needed, and don't forget to tighten the levers again. Turn on the switch. To adjust the focus, turn the yellow knob. Clockwise for focus, counterclockwise for defocus. Further limitation to the beam shape can be achieved with the barn doors. To diffuse the light, to color or to color correct, attach one or more gels to the light's barn doors. Note that later adjustments to the light's orientation should only be done with gloves because of hot working temperatures.